It's Chris from the Camera Store TV here, and I'm with
Dave Paul.
And we're going to have a face-off, just like we did before, but this time with some new mirrorless cameras. Now, I've got the brand new Nikon V1.
I've got the new Panasonic G3.
Both pretty similar cameras, hey Dave?
They are.
You've got no similar size. Both cameras have viewfinders, manual control.
Interchangeable lenses.
Interchangeable lenses, absolutely. A system of lenses. And you should be able to get very creative shots on both cameras. So we're going to put these through a series of tests, just see how they go.
It's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. Now here, I mean, you know, you're the guest. I'm going to let you use the brand new Nikon V1. I'll take the G3.
I'll stick with the G3.
No, seriously. It was a nice camera. I mean, it's got a good weight to it.
I appreciate the offer, but no, I'll stick with the G3, thanks.
No, Dave, just give me the G3. Dave.
Okay. No.
I'm the star of the show. Just give it. No, look here.
No.
No, look here. Take this.
No.
Dave.
No.
Dave.
Sorry. Afraid not.
Give
Sorry.
me the G3.
No.
Dave.
Sorry.
No. All right, so I'm going to go with the Nikon V1 today. I'm going to use this in our battle, and Dave's going to get the G3. And let's fight it out. See who wins.
Let's go.
All right, Dave, so first let's take a look at the sensor size between our cameras.
All
Real
right.
heart of the camera, the image quality
It
comes
is.
from. So what do you got?
I got the Micro Four Thirds system in my Panasonic.
Yeah, but I got the brand new state-of-the-art Nikon CX chip with a 1-inch across.
Mine's bigger.
Yeah, whoa, easy there, stud, all right? Your sensor's only slightly bigger than mine, okay? Micro Four Thirds does not sound very huge to me.
I do have the edge and resolution as well, which is 16 megapixels on this Micro Four Thirds sensor.
Okay, I will give you that. Your camera does have really nice res, but this is 10 megapixels, which is plenty, all right? And I would say the smaller megapixel count with the smaller sensor means that our pitch size is probably pretty close. I think I'm gonna do just fine here.
You also have some crazy 2.7 crop factor on this.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing I can do math, Dave, all right? You got your easy 2 times crop factor. Anybody can figure that out.
All right, 16 millimeters times 2.7, go.
Yeah, it's, All right, Dave, I got a challenge for you.
All right.
We're at the dog park here.
Okay.
We're going to test how these cameras can handle autofocusing, fast-moving subjects. We're going to take some shots of the dogs here and see if we can catch them in movement. And I think I got you beat here.
All right, I got 4 frames per second here.
Yeah, I got 5 on this camera, so I've got you beat there.
I can go up to 20 frames per second with
At
this.
2 megapixels. What good is that, man? I can go to 10 frames per second, 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second with this camera at full res in the electronic shutter mode.
All right, let's check it out.
Yeah, we'll see how these cameras can handle these fast-moving subjects. Let's go do it. Well, Dave, I certainly found on my camera this thing focuses very quick. I was pleased with that, and that frame rate is crazy fast.
That was pretty impressive, I have to admit that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, both cameras, we found the buffer speed's not great. It's not like you're able to shoot and hold down for a long time, right?
No, you only have a second or two at most.
Absolutely, but this thing, it's almost like watching a movie when you capture that many shots that quick.
It is pretty cool.
I think I got that one.
I'll give you that one without a doubt.
Alrighty. All right, Dave, time to battle out with the movie mode on these cameras. Both doing great quality, 1080p, 30 frames per second, but I think the Nikon one's got the advantage.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's got the creative control. I mean, check out this video over here, okay? So we've got her walking across the bench. I've got 60 to a second, matching the proper frame rate, so we get a more natural conveyance of motion. Whereas your camera, it looks a little bit jittery. You're bound by the light. You can't change your shutter speed.
That's true. Having full manual control in video is a huge factor.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got the rotating screen, which is a nice touch, and I mean, the sensor on that camera, well...
It is the same size of sensor as the camera that's being used to videotape all this.
Absolutely, AF100,
AF100.
yeah.
So that shallow depth of field, you get a little better look as far as that goes.
That's
than
true,
the
but you
Nikon.
can't maximize it because you can't change your aperture
That's
when you
true.
want to. Now, check this out too. I've got some fun stuff. Look at this slow-mo here. Super slow-mo. That really nice wide panoramic view is cool. We get that super slow-mo. I can do that kind of stuff. And beyond that, I've got an intervalometer too. We've got a time-lapse here. I mean, look at this stuff. This is fun stuff that you can do. It's great for family shooting. It's great for being creative.
All right, there's two items that I'm kind of envious of, actually.
Absolutely.
How's that grip?
It's pretty crappy, actually, Dave. I can be honest with you. I've got this little thing to hold on to. It's pretty slippy.
Panasonic's got this great beefy grip on
Yeah,
here.
it does. I'll give you that. Your screen rotates.
I got the flip screen.
My screen doesn't rotate. Can you touch your screen, make things happen?
I can.
I can't. My camera's heavy though. I think they put like a lead bar in there for me. It's nice. It feels solid quality. Viewfinder's great on both cameras. I mean, we've looked at them. The resolution's fantastic.
I'm gonna change my ISO here.
I'm change my ISO here.
All right. There we go.
Exposure mode, image quality, image size, continuous. It's here somewhere.
All right.
There it is. Okay, ISO sensitivity. It'd be nice if there was a quick button to actually be able to change that right away on this camera.
Like this one?
Yeah, just like that one there, Dave. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. All right, Dave. Now, no camera system is going to complete without good lenses. Check this out now. This is the new Nikon V1 Nikkor 10mm 2.8. So it's a 27mm equivalent, 2.8, nice flat pancake. Look how small that is.
That is pretty small. I also have a 28mm equivalent. This is the Panasonic 14mm pancake lens, and it's pretty small as well.
And it looks like a third of a stop brighter too.
It is.
All right, well, okay, check this out. Check this out. This is the 10 to 100 super zoom. And this is a 27 to 270mm equivalent. I can do the math on that one. And this is a nice range. It's got a servo zoom, which is nice for video. Well, you have to compete against that.
It's pretty impressive. I have the 14 to 140 from Panasonic, which is 28 to 280mm equivalent.
All right, okay. And of course, you have the silent autofocus, which is nice for video too.
I do. It's fantastic.
Well, check this out. I got you beat here. This is, according to Nikon, the smallest standard zoom with image stabilization in a camera system to date. Look at that puppy. Compact, tiny, easy to use. Beat that.
That is almost impressive. I have the brand new Panasonic X lens. This is the 14 to 42 power zoom, power focus lens as well. It's pretty small.
Well, this is the smallest manufactured lens, standard zoom with image stabilization, with says Nikkor on it, and it's white. So
you've got me there.
Fine. Well, you know what? Nikon's going to come out with a whole bunch of lenses. You know, this is just early days. I bet we'll have a whole bunch of new lenses to compete with your system here.
All right. Well, Panasonic already has a pretty extensive lens system already, with all kinds of lenses from from different adapters you can get. It's pretty amazing.
That is true. Fine. Okay, I'll give it to you there, but only for now. Let's see how these cameras handle low light. Let's go get some lunch, get a drink, and see how they do in the dark.
Sounds good.
Alright, so let's take a look at the files that we're getting from the Nikon V1 and the Panasonic G3. And the first thing I'm going to say about these files is I do notice the Nikon processing engine and Panasonic processing engine are very, very different. The Nikon files do have a very nice color to them. They're very contrasty, quite rich in color, but the Panasonics have a very clean smoothness to them. Very, very nice detail, both impressive in their own way. Now, as we look at the files here at the high ISO, you can see that the Nikon, very, very clean results, especially if you look in the red pepper area. It's very rich still, it's very, very sharp. But oddly, the Panasonic, although the reds start to fall apart as we go to the higher ISOs here, they start to get a bit blurry. Small details like the pepper hold together better than the Nikon. It looks cleaner and sharper, whereas the Nikon starts to blend together. So we start to see an interesting way that their processing engines are handling the noise. As we go to the high ISOs, I would say the Panasonic shadows, they do tend to still hold their color appropriately. The Nikon shadows are starting to get a bit of chromatic color. They're starting to go a little bit funny in that color in the shadows, almost like a green tone. Still very impressive, but keep in mind the Panasonic might have the edge because it's doing this at 16 megapixels and the Nikon's doing it at 10. All right, Dave, so it's been a good fight so far. We've tried a lot of tests and the cameras are pretty even so far.
They are a pretty impressive combination for sure. I do notice yours doesn't have a built-in flash.
Yeah, that's true actually.
I've got a built-in flash and a hot shoe as well.
Okay, now you've got a hot shoe on there, but you put a full-size flash on the thing. It's ridiculous to hold. Check this out. This is a brand new little Nikon, the SB-N5. It's cute. It pops right into this little shoe.
Is that a real flash?
It actually makes light come out. And I can bounce it and I can rotate it, and it's a proper size for a camera like this. I have to give it to Nikon. That's the first time I've seen a company with a size camera like this try to put a decent, appropriate size flash on there.
True enough.
But I've got a secret weapon. I have got you beat. Now, viewers at home, this is not edited. We did not make this up. This is built in. We've got 4 scenes here, like beauty, waves, tenderness, really sweet stuff. Check this out. You ready for this?
I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah, just bear with me, all right? And I want you to look off to the distance to our viewers, Dave, right now.
All right. Okay, now what did I just participate in?
Check this out. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. A little movie that we have here, and there you are, and look at that. Oh, romantic. All right, Dave, so we finished our battle with our cameras, and let's just go through the list and see how they stacked up and see which one won.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, lens-wise, the Nikon One is early system now, so we don't have a lot of choice, which makes sense, but good lenses that they did have. We've got nice zooms.
For sure, the Panasonic's a little more established. They've been around for a little while longer with the Micro Four Thirds system. They're already into the second generation of lenses now with the power zoom lenses, for instance.
Those were especially cool. I mean, I was a little disappointed that I got a smaller sensor here, but my lenses are twice the size of yours. I mean, that is very, very interesting. When it came to image quality overall in the cameras, they both did very, very well. I was impressed with the low light, and it's hard to really call a clear winner here.
It's true.
They both captured detail in different places very, very well.
I think the Panasonic has a little edge in detail, but we are dealing with a 16 megapixel sensor.
That's the cool thing. I gotta remember, yeah, you are getting 16 megapixels, I'm getting 10, and we're getting the same image quality. So I think we've got to give that one to the Panasonic. When it comes to movie mode, though, this Nikon One is fantastic. I mean, I get manual control on this thing. I can do slow-mo. I can do interval timers. Yeah, I mean, this had a lot of fun features. I mean, going into like autofocusing speed, I find the Panasonic's pretty quick. It's pretty responsive. But this thing, it has that frame rate. I mean, you can't touch that. That frame rate is incredible to have on a camera like this. And it makes it a lot of fun if you're trying to capture kids or sports action.
Yes, definitely.
You know, special features too, the Nikon One. I think it did win. I mean, I've got fun stuff like the frame rate and the movie mode, which is great for families, but I also have that motion snapshot. Oh, that was great. Man, I don't know if that's a win or not, but geez, it's there if I want to use it.
It's a feature that's there if you want to use it. We want to talk about grips?
Well, handling, okay, fine. Let's see. What do you think about the G3's handling?
The G3 is fantastic. It's got this great big grip to it. Great, even if you're using it with one hand, which you often do, especially with a flip screen.
That's a good point. I mean, this was scary to hold one-handed. I've got nothing to hold on to. I feel it's too thick, too, so I love the Panasonic handling. I'm going to give it to you there. What do you think? I think the Panasonic G3 may be better for somebody who's more of an enthusiast, wants to shoot more photos.
Definitely. If you're coming from an SLR background, you feel more at home, I think, with this camera.
Absolutely. I mean, the grip, the feel, the speed. I think, though, this for families or for people who are maybe trying to start getting into photography and want a bit more of an advanced step up from a point and shoot, this has a lot of stuff to offer, and it's quick. It's got good image quality.
It is very good. It's very impressive.
I don't know. Do we have a clear winner?
I don't think we do in this case.
I think we've got two cameras that do things very well in different fields.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.